The form Tyson video, and in this video we'll talk about how to generate a table from Salesforce multi-cell condition. And it's a very cool feature, and I'll show you how to get started. First thing we'll do is we'll create a table. So click insert table, and in this table we're going to get from contact, and I'll type in this obtain table data as a comment. And in here, I will get contact ID, we'll get full name, and then finally we'll get account name. So here I can just say, okay, well this equals contact ID, this equals full name, and in the third one here, account name, I'm going to choose something different, and this is where the conditional side of things come in. Click conditional and then click configure. Now here I can add a rule to configure my conditional field. I can say my object is going to be obtain data table contact, and then if I say, for example, account ID is not empty, then if condition is true, change the value to account ID account name, and then here change value when condition is false. I'll just say account is not associated. Very easy. So what we're doing is we're saying if account ID is not empty, then if this condition is true, then show me the account ID, and the reference for that will be the account name. If is not empty is false, then show me this message account is not associated. So if I click save and insert the table, and then if I preview it, you can see that it's pulled through all the accounts that are associated with the contact, and if they don't have an account associated, it will say account is not associated. So if the condition is true, it will give you the account name. If it's false, it will give you the static message here. So that's one example of it. Let's go back and show you something a little bit different. What if you have hidden fields? You can also use hidden fields as well. You can use dynamic or static. So I'll add a static here, and I'll just call this static field, and we'll call this static field hidden, and we'll call this value account not found, and in brackets I'll call it hidden so it's easier for us to recognize. You can also do the same if you have a dynamic value as well. You can just call the dynamic value whatever you want, like currency or something, and then you can just select the field, and remember it will only be a one value, but the difference is that this will be a dynamic value from Salesforce and not a static one. So same concept, but just two different avenues where we're getting the data. One dynamic will be Salesforce, static will be just a static one you've given. So I'll show you how it works, and it works in the same way with the dynamic one as well. Once you've set up your hidden field, you will need to click on your table and say insert/edit table. Then once you're in here, click configure, and then if change value when condition is false, you'll see the drop down, either one for true or false, you'll have a hidden available. So you can just say hidden, and then you can select your static field hidden like this, and go ahead and click save, and then if we preview, there you go. You can see that this is our hidden value in here right now. Very, very easy. Just like this. So that's the hidden static value, and I'm going to show you something about dynamic as well. So let's insert a dynamic field. We'll say edge communication, which is the first account available, and I'll just quickly show you. We'll say dynamic, we'll select, now here things get interesting. I've set up contact obtain table already. You can't choose the same one. This will not work. It will throw up an error. So you'll have to create a new one. So I'm going to choose a new contact, and I'm going to add a comment into it. I'll say hidden dynamic use. And here I'll just choose account name. Very simple. Click save. And then if I refresh, it will be in here, the hidden dynamic. And I'll just write a simple condition, say account ID is not empty. Click save. I'm just going to bring the first one from Salesforce, which should be the edge communication one. If I preview the document now, in fact, before I do that, I need to make sure that I've set up the condition. So I'll quickly go back in here, edit table, configure, and then in here I'll use a hidden, but this time it will be my edge communication dynamic field. So click save, preview now, and there you go. So anytime the account is not found, it will give you that, but anytime it is found, it's going to give me the only value, which is edge communications. It's just sort of underlining the point, really, that with dynamic or static, it's the same premise. It's just one value, and it's going to display that. You can use hidden for static and dynamic as well, but that's how you generate a table from Salesforce multi-cell conditions. Thank you for watching this video.